Debbie always comes from a place of kindness.
What she's taught me is I do not just work. I have a purpose.
When you talk about purpose and you talk about the passion around that, she truly embodies it.
She is living her purpose all the time.
Debbie always wanted to keep empathy and compassion and cooperation forward.
Debbie is truly the personification of the credit union philosophy, and that just radiates from her.
She is a force of nature in the credit union movement and at BECU.
I started in credit unions well over 40 years ago. My very first credit union job was a credit union service center that serviced 9 different teeny tiny little credit unions. So that's when I really understood how a credit union works, because with a smaller credit union, you really understand how all the different parts work together. And when I came to BECU is, even at that time, considered the largest credit union in the Northwest for sure, and one of the largest in the nation. So it was definitely a big leap.
I've had the honor to work with Debbie for over 29 years here at BECU, and my first impression of her has to be her love of the credit union philosophy and the cooperative model. So it's one thing to talk about the cooperative principles and the credit union philosophy. It's a whole nother thing to live them and to put them into action. And Debbie does just that, whether it's volunteering on various boards that support co-ops and credit unions, or putting together programs that help energize and inspire employees and others to understand the power of the credit union model and what it can do for our members and what it can do for the community.
She centers the strength and the welfare of the community in everything that she does, whether that is what she's doing at BECU or what she has done as a member of my board of directors. She, more than most people I have met, and even those who I've worked with, understands the essential power of people helping people and the strength of building a community and the ripple effect that has.
Over the past 25 years, Debbie and I have spent a lot of time together working on the DE program. We've also realized that the role of a mentor can change someone in a single day. And this is what Debbie has done for so many. She has helped them understand who they are as individuals and how the work they do impacts others.
10 years into my career, 2019, going through the DE program and having her be the facilitator, having been able to spend that much time with Debbie, I describe it as going from black and white to Technicolor, because I'm this whole world opened up for me thanks to her saying my name to go through this experience.
Her vulnerability in moments and her willingness to share that has allowed me to be better at what I do, leading CU Pride and bringing the stories and the need and the movement to more people. Debbie became kind of like a confidant for the co-founders of CU Pride. She knew a lot of the history of the movement and those in the LGBTQ+. We rely on her a lot to bring stories and share kind of the progress that we've made as an industry around that community.
I met my wife at BECU. Ironically enough, she was the very first person who ever greeted me. And then we ended up working together really closely for about 2 or 3 years shortly after that. We've been married for 23 years.
I was a loan officer at that time in the lending division. And we found out that we had a new girl that came from the outside, which was unheard of.
Do you remember this?
It was one of our first presentations that we did at BECU.
35 years later, still involved at BECU. That's how long we've known each other, you know that now.
No, I don't pay attention.
Uh-oh.
Their purpose together shines within what Debbie does as well. And I know Karen's a supporter of everything she does. And Karen is probably just as much a part of BECU and a part of the credit union industry as the rest of us.
One of the things that Debbie has done to bring the credit union philosophy to life is to create purpose workshops at BUCU?
The Purpose Workshop grew out of, one, that my work within the Credit Union Development Education Program and wanting to have that connection for people and to know that the credit union has a layer to it that is more meaningful.
She wanted to make sure that our employees had a way of really understanding why they were coming to work every day.
So the purpose workshops are really a way of understanding more about BECU, but then also learning more about the history of credit unions, the history of the cooperative, and how we all connect and how our work impacts our communities in a way that you may not know. I've said it before to many people, the purpose workshops are my favorite part about working here.
My purpose is
protecting the privacy of BECU's members and employees.
My purpose is doing the best I can at all times to support people, ever evolving.
Just being human, you know?
Honestly, I think my purpose is to help other people find their purpose.
Her passion for the credit union movement has always been there. The way she thinks about problems and opportunities is always through a cooperative lens and putting members and the community first.
What she's done, I think, is gonna touch and impact generations to come, not just from BECU, but across the credit union movement.
People need to see that you don't have to be a CEO to create impact amongst thousands of people and across an entire industry.
You know, she's mentored many people who have gone on and touched many others. Her legacy is thousands of people have benefited from her gentle approach to life and her gentle approach to credit unions.
I just believe in the potential of people, and to be thought of as somebody that can inspire what other people do, I don't know that you could ask for anything more than that.